Hello, so I am in my creative room, which is the room I use to sew clothes, and I just got an order in, so I ordered this beautiful linen fabric. It is like a camel color, and I want to use it to make another apron dress. I love wearing those at home, and I have one behind me, and this one I made a very long time ago, but I wanted to make a couple of extra dresses because from August I will be working from home and I don't want to wear sweatpants and t-shirts. And these apron dresses are so beautiful, they make me feel so elegant, but they're also not too beautiful to sit at home with. So yes, I want to make a couple extra dresses, and I'm gonna start with a camel colored one and perhaps then make a third dark brown one as well. So this afternoon I'm gonna put on some music and I'm gonna start cutting the fabric of this apron dress. I want to talk about the books that I have been reading and that I have read. So I have finished Confessions by St. Augustine. I did enjoy it and I'm happy that I read it, but it was less life-changing than I thought it would be. It was especially the first half of the book that had really good quotes, and I actually want to share a quote of St. Augustine on friendship, which I really loved. As I'm browsing through, I now see there were a lot of references to philosophers and ancient Greeks. So we had Cicero, we had Plato, we had Virgil, of course, Homer. Kitty break! This is Dea. Hi! So here is the quote on friendship that I loved a lot. There were other things which occupied my mind in the company of my friends, to make conversation, to share a joke, to perform mutual acts of kindness, to read together well-written books, to share in trifling and in serious matters, to disagree though without animosity, just as a person debates with himself, and in the very rarity of disagreement to find the salt of normal harmony, to teach each other something or to learn from one another, to long with impatience for those absent, to welcome them with gladness on their arrival. Yes, Confessions by St. Augustine. I won't pick it up again because I didn't enjoy it that much to read it again, but I did mark a lot of quotes from the first half. I copied them, and so I know that I will be returning to those quotes. The next one I finished and I did a review on my channel is Stefan Zweig's Beware of Pity. So if you're interested, I'm just gonna say that I really enjoyed it. I loved this work, and I already purchased an ebook of Chess by this author. So if you're interested, go and check out the review that I did on my channel. This morning I read a short story from the Everyman's Library collection of complete stories by Edgar Allan Poe, and I have read, yes, Manuscript Found in a Bottle. I'm gonna try and read more by Edgar Allan Poe. I had already read some poetry and some short stories, but yes, I have an entire collection, so it'll take me a while to get through. This is kind of an addition to pick up once in a while, read a short story and put it back on the shelf, so that is what I did this morning. I've also been making my way through this art book of Victor Hugo, the drawings, but it also has a lot of text. So yes, I'm making my way through this book. It won't take long to finish. I already know a lot about Hugo, but I've already learned some new things, which is always exciting. So yesterday I have read a play by Hugo that I hadn't read before, which is called Ruy Blas. And yesterday evening I also read a short story by Gogol, the Inspector General, I think it is called. Let me check. Yes, correct. So that was by Nikolai Gogol. Today I want to work really hard on my current manuscript that I'm writing. I have to send it in next week. A book I also finished, Mythos by Stephen Fry. And I must say I'm so happy that I bought these books because I feel like they're going to be so helpful to get me to ease into Greek mythology. And I had also been reading Ovid's Metamorphoses, and I must say a lot of the poems just don't make sense. But the ones that do are because of Stephen Fry, because I had read about them. They made sense, I really understood them, I really enjoyed them, which made me realize that I first need to get into Greek mythology before reading Ovid. It just doesn't make sense to me to read the poems without the necessary background information, so I'm going to stop. I'm on page 88, so I've read a lot of poems already. But I'm going to stop and I'm going to first make it a project to read all of the Stephen Fry novels. I already purchased them, so I have 3 more books to go. And then I'm going to return to Ovid. Let's also do another kitty break because she's right next to me. Today is Saturday and I have been cleaning and I have been reading. What I have been reading is A Summer of Hummingbirds by Christopher Banfi. This is a second-hand bookstore find and I must admit that I'm not really enjoying it. I'm on page 150 and it's only 250 pages. So I expect it won't get any better, but I'm going to finish it anyway. So this is about the lives of Emily Dickinson, Mark Twain, Harriet Beecher Stowe, and Martin Johnson Head. They formed a friendship, they stood in contact with each other, and I was hoping that it would contain something useful, something inspiring for me as an author. But so far, no luck. We also finished Vanity Fair with the book club. This is a novel written by Thackeray, and this was the first time for me reading Thackeray. And I really, really enjoyed it. We took 2 months to finish it, and it was necessary because it's very dense. There are a lot of characters. It's not really a beginner's read. There were a lot of moments where I thought, come on, Thackeray, get on with it, because the pacing is very slow. But I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm going to be making a separate video discussing the background of the work and the author. So yes, that video will be coming soon. In August, we will be reading Dangerous Lesions by Choderlos de Laclos, and this is such a beautiful cover. Look at it. It's going to be an easy read, and I already made a head start. It's really, really good, and I cannot wait to discuss it with everyone. The book club is on my Patreon page should you be interested in joining. Right, I'm going to end this vlog here because I'm going to a family dinner. I'm wishing you a lovely week, and I will see you soon.